Over 132 billion Vietnamese dongs donated to the poor on the Lam River Love program.
U.S. hits Russian oil with toughest sanctions.
Nghệ An fishermen delighted with year-end seafood catch.
You're watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai and I will be your guide through the day's latest update. On January 10, 157 agency, unit, businesses and philanthropists of Nghệ An province have registered to donate over 132 billion Vietnam dong to the Lam River Love program, Years of the Snake 2025.
After 12 years of implementing the TED for the Poor program, Nghệ An province has mobilized and called for over 873 billion Vietnamese dongs to take care of TED for hundreds of thousands of poor households. In the Lunar New Year 2024, more than 143 billion Vietnamese dongs was mobilized, giving gifts to over 132,000 households. This year, the TED for the Poor program is renamed Lam River Love, with the meaning of spreading love and sharing with the poor, towards a further goal, which is to support and help poor children go to school, the sick and needy to be cared for and treated, the poor to have decent homes, have sustainable livelihoods, creating more motivation to rise up in their life. At the program, 157 agencies, units, organizations, businesses, and philanthropists registered and directly supported the poor with money and gifts worth more than 132 billion Vietnamese dongs. The organizing committee also successfully auctioned the painting, Lam River Love, at a price of 1 billion Vietnamese dongs, contributing more resources to join the entire political system of Nghệ An province to take care of TED for the poor in the area.
The U.S. Treasury Department is sanctioning Russian oil, gas, mining and metal sectors, as well as targeting major oil companies and senior government officials.
The sanctions target Russian oil companies Gazprom Neft and Surgutneftgaz and their subsidiaries, 183 tankers, and more than a dozen Russian energy officials and executives. Washington will also take action against Russia's energy sector, specifically, blocking 2 operational liquefied natural gas projects, 1 major Russian oil project and third-country entities supporting Russian energy exports. In addition, the U.S. State Department has also blacklisted several Russia-based oil and gas service providers and senior officials of the State Atomic Energy Corporation Rosatom. This is the largest round of sanctions ever imposed on Russia's energy sector, aiming to cost Moscow's economy billions of dollars a month.
Israel struck Houthi target in Yemen on Friday, including a power station and coastal port, as it warned it would hunt down the group's leaders.
The Israel Defense Forces said over 20 aircraft participated in the Israeli strikes, dropping some 50 munitions on 3 main targets, the Hodeidah and Ras Isa ports on Yemen's western coast, and the Hezaiz power plant near the capital Sana'a. According to the military, the power plant served as a central source of energy for the Houthi terrorist regime in its military activities. After the strikes, Israeli leaders warned that the group would face further attacks and see its leaders targeted if the missile and drone strikes continued. 3 drones from Yemen were intercepted on Thursday night. After the airstrike, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stressed that the Houthi forces would continue to pay the heavy price if they attacked Israel.
Coming up next are some updated news.
This morning, the Ministry of Education and Training, Truyen Tray newspaper, in coordination with the Department of Education and Training, and Nghệ An Provincial Youth Union, organized the 2025 Admissions and Career Counseling Program. This is the 23rd year of the program and the 10th time it has taken place in Nghệ An. At the program, representatives from the Ministry of Education and Training, universities and colleges, education experts from state management agencies and prestigious training institutions nationwide promptly provided authentic, accurate and complete information to help students consider and make appropriate choices in their learning journey. At the same time, the students were directly answered questions and concerns about choosing a major or career that is suitable for their own abilities, family economic conditions and suitable for future employment trends.
in order to meet the increased travel demand during the upcoming Lunar New Year. Vietnam Airlines, Vietjet and Bamboo Airways have increased the wet leasing of aircraft, including accompanying crew. These aircraft are landing in Vietnam one after another, ready to serve the domestic flight network during the peak season. According to the plan, Vietnam Airlines received 2 wet leased aircraft on January 10th at Tan Son Nhut Airport and is expected to add 1 more on January 13th. The leasing is expected to add around 75,000 seats, or more than 400 flights. During the Tet period, the new aircraft leasing by the end of the year is aimed at addressing rising travel demand and enhancing service quality, ensuring a comfortable and modern travel experience for passengers.
According to a report by the Vietnam Automobile Manufacturers Association, VAMA, by the end of 2024, the total number of cars sold in the whole market reached 340.142 units, an increase of 12.6% compared to 2023. Despite receiving support from the registration fee reduction policy, the total sales volume of domestically produced and assembled cars in 2024 still decreased slightly by 4.8% compared to the previous year, reaching 172.730 units, with efforts to compete with domestically produced and assembled cars to reduce prices. The total number of imported complete cars in 2024 unexpectedly reached 167.412 units, an increase of 38.8% compared to 2023.
Despite many difficulty and high fuel price, Nghệ An fishermen still take advantage of the last days of the year to go offshore to catch seafood and aquatic products, hoping to welcome a more prosperous Tet holiday. A successful year-end fishing trip is a great joy for fishermen, not only giving them a warm Tet holiday, but also motivating them to open the sea soon after Tet holiday.
These days, the offshore fishing boats have received greatest joys. Favorable weather and high prices are the conditions for fishermen to stay at sea for a long time. After 6 days of fishing, the offshore fishing boats of fishermen in Hai Nam Hamlet, Dien Bich Commune docked at Lach Van Port. The weather was favorable, so the fishing boats caught quite abundantly with all kinds of seafood, a large proportion of export goods, and high prices.
The weather is good from now until Tet. The income is stable for fishermen. The export products are expensive. All kinds of fish and squid are expensive. If everything goes well like this, the fishermen will have a very happy Tet.
With the current number of over 3.400 fishing boats in Nghệ An, of which over 1.200 boats operate offshore, with occupations such as purse seine, trawl, grab net, gill net and fishing, on the last trip of the year, the crew as well as the logistics workers in the fishing industry all hope to catch a lot of fish, shrimp, squid, so that when they return to the mainland, they will have a more adequate income to celebrate Tet.
The working atmosphere at the fishing port at the end of the year is very bustling and busy. But we are very happy. We work until the 28th of Tet.
Effective exploitation because the fish resources are abundant at this time. The price of seafood is good. The District People's Committee coordinates with the Fisheries Union and communes to forecast fishing grounds and waterways to ensure that fishing boats can go out to sea smoothly.
Currently, the weather is favorable. Hundreds of fishing boats of fishermen are cutting through the waves to go to the key fishing grounds to catch seafood, carrying the hope of having full holds of shrimp and fish. The fleets of large capacity ships present at the forefront of the waves not only help fishermen have a stable life, but they are also living milestones affirming the sovereignty of the homeland's sea and islands.
That is the end of today's news. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.